Alright, welcome back, dudes. In this episode, I'm going to be installing a roof fan in a 1999 Chevy Astro. This is bad Astro. Bam. A lifted all-wheel drive Astro. I'm going to put the playlist for the whole build right here. This is a conversion van, so I'm not quite sure how removing this headliner is going to go. I have gutted that van over there, but that was a passenger van. I do really like this headliner. I want to keep it the same, so I want to try not to destroy it. The majority of this video is going to be how do you get down a conversion van headliner. As for the fan location itself, there's actually a place for it on all Astros. You can see this flat plate area. That is designed specifically for mounting a fan. I bought a MaxxAir fan. This is the model that has the wireless remote, mainly because it has the rain sensing ability. I kind of like the idea of if you mount it and it's open and it starts raining, it should automatically close. Also has a thermostat, so when it gets above a certain temperature, it'll kick on, and when it's below a certain temperature, it'll shut off. So hopefully this should be a pretty good solution to budget climate control in here. So the first thing we're going to want to do is try to figure out how this headliner comes down. So I think I'm going to start by taking down this back part, and then we're going to peek along the back edge and see what we can find out. Alright, so I took down this wooden part so I could take off this back panel so I could look into the back of the headliner. And I think if I take down these two wooden parts, the center should just drop down, which should give me access to where I need to get to. And I could leave these up, because if I need to take down this headliner, the problem is I think the walls are installed over the headliner, which means if this needs to come down, I need to take, or at least loosen all these wall panels, which I really don't want to do that. So many cables up here for the different inputs.
And this one was like taped.
Oh, I washed just this section of the roof. Now I'm going to put this on. So the only thing I'm not stoked about is that the trim is white. I really wish it was black or smoked or something. So I'm going to take this apart and paint this black before I install it. Lexi, what do you think we should do? Alright, good idea. We are basically going to separate the carpet from these wood planks and just cut it out. So we're basically moving the fan back as far back as we can. So right now we're just going to drill our first hole and hopefully not cut this beam. To further complicate things, this is the center of the headliner, and this is that trim piece. It doesn't fit in between these wood things. I need to trim some of this wood somehow in order to get this to sit down into it. I could try to take off the wood from this carpet. The problem there is that this wood is screwed onto the carpet from up here. So this looks centered, eyeballed, because it's pretty close on both sides. We're just going to trace this and then start cutting. All right, now you have to do it, Sarah. Got to do the obligatory thing. Go in there and poke your head out.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, finally seated. Got to clean up the metal edges to make sure it sits a little flatter, but awesome. Look at that. There was a hole in the roof, and now there is not.
Harder to stick my head through now.
All right, we still need to silicone this thing, but the sun's gone, so we're done for today. Let's get back to it tomorrow. Alright, so here it is installed. Again, once I peeled up all the tape, it leaves a nice crisp edge and doesn't look terrible. You have the painted, thing, so it matches the top of the van here. It doesn't look bright white like a nerdy RV, sorry.
That was very important to him.
Yeah, so I was very, very, very particular about this caulk job.
It's great caulk, Rob.
Thank you.
Great caulk work.
Thank you. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. So one other thing you can do to help seal this is you can actually goober stuff all over the screws. I didn't do that, and it's been fine. I don't know if I should or not, so if someone really feels strongly that I should, I'm willing to listen to their argument, but so far no leaks, and I do like that I can always tighten a little bit because there's not RTV all over the the fastener heads and stuff. So anyway, stay tuned for the next episode. We'll get to what that's going to be about right now. Sneak peek of the next episode. This is going to be mainly an interior focus on how I integrated the fan with the OEM conversion van ceiling here. It's also going to be how I integrated some kind of OEM plus RGB lighting so you can change the color and intensity and everything. I'm reusing all the factory conversion van wiring, so I didn't even need to add a circuit, which turned out great. So stay tuned for that, and we got a bunch more coming up, including the back Astro and Sleekcraft Sundays. So cheers, dudes.